Hi, I'm Godfrey, environmental analyst with the Littleton Water Department. We're standing at the location of the proposed Whitcomb Ave water treatment plant. It's almost directly across the street from the existing Whitcomb Ave well site, which was installed a little over 100 years ago. And what we're going to do here today is just take a little walk around, do a site walk of the site here, and show you some details of the proposed location of the future water treatment plant. This is the location of the entrance to the future water treatment plant site. You can see trees flagged with the orange tape will be removed and the driveway will be installed right here. The section of stone wall behind the orange flagged trees here will need to be removed for the driveway opening, but we'll be relocating that section of stone wall to the corner with the VFW, so it's right at the end of the stone wall to your left. Down at the VFW, they'll just be adding this 60-foot section to that corner. All of these trees you see here along Whitcomb Ave in this shot will remain. In addition, and as a result of the abutters meetings that we held, we'll be planting oaks, maples, and pines on the inside of the tree line here just to provide some additional screening. And then off in the distance there at the corner with the VFW, we'll also be planting some trees there just to minimize the view from Whitcomb Ave. I'm standing at the property boundary between Water Department property to your right and private property to your left, which will be left untouched as part of this project. Just behind me is where the two drying beds will be located. Those are used approximately 2, maybe 3 times a year just to dry out the iron and manganese that's removed from the water as part of the treatment process. And then off to my left or your right is where the finished water main, the treated water, will be exiting the plant 6 feet underground along the property line. You can see there next to the vegetation going out to Sanderson Road. I'm standing in the middle of the future water treatment building, which is about 6,700 square feet. It'll be about 27 feet tall. You can see behind me the VFW. Off to your right is Whitcomb Ave, and then off in the distance to your left is Sanderson Road. So this entire property here was acquired by the Water Department in 1989 and is the location of the future water treatment plant. I'm standing at the eastern corner of the future water treatment building right now. You can see some trees behind me along Whitcomb Ave. Most of those will remain, other than the few that we need to cut for the driveway entrance to your right. And in addition, we'll be planting over 60 additional trees all along the perimeter of the property here, just to provide some additional screening of views of the property. We met with the abutters to the property twice during the process, as separate meetings with just the abutters to seek their input on landscaping and facility layout. Made changes to that by planting additional trees, moving the facility 15 feet closer to the industrial zone, which is over near the VFW, and away from the residential zone. And then in addition to those 2 abutters meetings, of course, we had 2 Conservation Commission hearings, 2 Planning Board hearings, meetings with the selectmen, and input from all of those boards and attendees at those hearings was taken into consideration as well as we completed the design of the facility layout and the landscaping. I'm standing at the western corner of the proposed water treatment plant. There'll be a driveway coming in right here alongside the building, and also along that side of the building will be the front entrance. You can kind of see some flags at the other corners of the building over there. The finished water or treated water will be leaving the building in a water main underground going along the property boundary over there, along the edge of the vegetation, all the way out to Sanderson Road. And then behind me in the distance there'll be 2 drying beds. One of the main reasons we're building on this site is that it's at a significantly higher elevation than the well site. It's outside of the Zone 1 Aquifer Protection Area, which is the 400-foot radius around a public water supply well. It's also outside of the floodplain and outside of all wetland resource areas. So from an environmental perspective, it's preferable to build over here, and also from a public health protection perspective, it's better to have the infrastructure located here rather than at the well site.